Greetings everyone and welcome back to Graveyard Keeper, and of course to me not having done my due diligence in that I haven't prepared any fire. I'm sorry. I've been all over the place lately while trying to get used to a new hardware setup. As you may be aware, if you have checked out the community tab on my YouTube channel, which you definitely should, not only because that's one of the main places where I announce any streams, but it's also a place where I tend to put any like channel update news as well. And those who have been ooh, I need an axe. Those who have checked out the community tab will happen to got an axe, you scallywag. Oh no, it's actually in the trunk. Shh, it's okay, shh. But those who have checked it out will know that I have got a new setup for recording. I'm actually recording using two PCs, and I'm hoping that this is going to lead to a much higher quality on my videos, because I'm going to be able to play games at much higher settings. A general rule of thumb is whatever kind of strength of computer you need to play a game at whatever level of settings you want, you need it to be twice as strong to be able to record it at those settings. So yeah, for some games you need very powerful machines to even come close to being able to play them at maximum settings. But now that should be okay, since all the recording burden is being taken up by a second computer, which I'm extremely eager to really check out exactly how hard I can push the game. Obviously, we're not going to be seeing anything like that in here. You know what? Why don't I just stick? You know what? Yeah. Why am I doing it this way? Why? Let's just pop some of this over there. In fact, we'll grab all of that, pop that in there too. You know what? That way, I can just refuel it if I need to. I'm going to quickly do that here just so we get up to a decent amount. There we go. But with that done, we can pop on some cakes. Oh, it's going to be grand. Going to be absolutely grand. Can I top anything else up in here? We can top up a little bit of honey, but not too much really. Well, there's a bunch of things we need to do today, and in fact, the day is almost gone, so let's quickly go and do those, because I was just flapping my gums whilst I should have been heading out and making money. Oh my lord, quickly, don't worry about anything, all candles, just get in there and start the sermon. Oh, I feel like I am the priest from Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm so bad at my job, so bad. That's fine. We've got a cake cooking. That's all that matters. Don't tell the parishioners that. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Yes, it's coffee today, so you know where things are going right from the beginning. So good. All right. Lots of cash my way, please and thank you. Your donations are, of course, welcome. In fact, mandatory. There we go. Ooh, seeing some pretty hefty amounts of money there. I mean, I did skip out on the ability to actually get the gravestone set up, which is a bit of a pain. I wonder, is there anything here that I've got that I could study? Ooh, yeah, actually. One thing, two things. Nice. Very nice. Ooh, now we're cooking with fire. I am very glad I decided to check that before I rushed off. Yes, and indeed, please, and in fact, thank you. I accept. Oh. First, I accept this. There we go. Now, I accept. There we are. Gloriousness. I'm not gonna sleep until I'm tired. There we go. Stupendous amounts of faith. I approve. And let's get the stone research as well. I should bring down all of the different types of stone at some point as well. And grapes. Fine, I'll use one chapter. Didn't want to, but it does give us a wallop of science. You know what? I should really look into it. How much science does a piece of paper give it? I think it's 2. And how many pieces of paper go into a chapter? 3 notes. And I wonder how much notes get you. I feel like for science coming on. I really do. Let's for science this. I would like some paper, please, and thank you. So 4 pieces of paper will give me a total of 8 science, I believe. And 1 note, which is well, 1 pen and ink and a story. I mean, you know, it's not exactly cheap. Let's be honest. It's not a cheap conversion, but we'll see. And this and chapter only giving me, well, 17 science. Yeah, I don't think that that's going to be a worthwhile conversion, no matter what happens. I can't see it myself. Let's drop that chapter off there, and indeed the story as well. But yeah, I don't fancy that this is going to be a good conversion. We'll see. Let's have a look. How much do you convert to? Or was it just notes that I took? Only 4? Yeah, no. Absolutely. 100% not. Not happening. Oh. Yes. Didn't realize. Womp. Thank you. And this as well. Oh, this is fantastic. We're getting so much science done today. I approve. We are pushing the boundaries of science. There we go. What every good graveyard keeper needs to do. When they're ignoring the fact that a corpse get... Oh my lord. Once again, I feel a surprising amount of camaraderie with the priest in Kingdom Come Deliverance for some strange reason. Ah, poop. Would have been a good corpse too. Oh well. More skin for the well, I mean, skin god? That actually does sound more like Nurgle, really, when you think about it. Especially if it's like kind of corpulent skin, just like overflowing sloughs of skin. Yeah, we're definitely going down a Nurgle route with that comparison, I am afraid. But whatever, it's fine. You're going in the drink. I am sorry to put you in the drink, mind you. I do want that to be recognized. I do lament the fact that you need to go in the drink. Sorry. I'm not going to take all the rest of the stuff. Honestly, I don't really think we need to. But it does pain me a little. Oh, we had a grave ready for you and every. Oh, it was going to be grand. You would have been a beautiful addition to the graveyard. Alas, you are now going to return to the circle of life. You will feed the fishes instead of the worms. It's fine. It's fine. Everything comes back around eventually. Right, we want some beautiful headstones. Indeed. Let's put this one down. I'm gonna like this one. This is gonna be my creme de la creme. The best grave in the graveyard. In fact, well... yeah, we'll pop this one down. I probably shouldn't have put it there, really. That was not a good enough grave. We can get a basic stone fence around that one, I guess. We can do the same up here, I suppose, as well. Let's go ahead and do that. 128, an auspicious number. I approve. I approve of any power of 2. Ah, 131. What have we done? How the mighty have indeed fallen. Ugh. Oh, well, I guess I'll forgive myself. Okay. Anyway. Right, let's pop this off, because we did use up a chunk of our coal earlier. Right, now then, we do have enough to make some steel. And I, for one, would very much like some steel. Will we be able to make any steel tools? I very much doubt on the basic anvil. Do I have the upgraded anvil yet? Let's have a look. We could go all the way up to that. I mean, we've got 40. We could even get the better blueprint desk, the perk writer, recipe prayer for imagination. I mean, you know, they're all kind of nice, but better fertilizer, that would definitely be nice. Winemaking, stupendously nice. But so you know how to increase your furnace productivity and you can smelt more ore per load. I mean, that would be good. Have I already got the better furnace? Furnace 2, yeah, sorry, better anvil. I've got the better anvil, yes. So, sure, okay, we'll unlock that one. We'll be able to smelt more ore as we go. That'll be nice. Also, actually, sure, we'll start gathering the better stones as well. In fact, we're getting very close now to the point where Carpenter and Mason, and also the Prayer for Excellence, we're getting very close to having exhausted all of the various things that we can do. I'm pretty interested in that, actually. It's going to be very, very interesting to see where all of this goes. We've got all of the grapes up there we don't need to take care of right now. Do I want to drop these things off? Yes, I do, most definitely. Anything in here I need to study? There's a couple of things, actually. At some point, I'll go through all the trunks and just work out which ones I absolutely require for study. See, I don't recall what I need to do. Ooh, I'm starting to get tired. Okay. Well, given that, then, we are, in fact, going to go to sleep. I was going to say, I don't recall what we need to do. Oh, really? I make croissants instead of cake? Scandalous. Scandalous. What would my friends think of me now? Getting croissants confused with cake. It's just not on. However, I am in fact going to make all of this into berry juice if I can. Just get rid of some of the apples. Okay, wait. I need to sleep. I almost forgot, and people will shout at me in the comments if I forget. Look, if you're not down with me being super easily distractible, why are you on my channel? It's easily one of my chief characteristics. That and my love of tea. Right. And the fact that it is comparable to my love of tea really does go a long way to describe just how big of a characteristic of mine being distractible is. Sure, we'll get rid of that as well. Now I'll make a little bit of room for some apples in here. There we go. All of the apples have been... sorry, apples. Aval is the Welsh word for apple. All of the apples have been stowed. Good times. Good times indeed. We'll top that up. Well, should we? Time to make some meat, I think. Right now. We'll drop the meat off down... Well, actually, you know what? I've got a stack of I've got a whole stack of items up there. Really, I shouldn't. Can I go ahead and make some more? Yeah, let's go make the good stuff there. Sorry, I meant to say honey. I should put the meat up here because that's all the eggs, actually. Considering that they'll be more useful. In fact, I should have used that up just so it wasn't stacking. Bit of a silly move on my part. I'm going to take the dough out. We're not going to use the dough. For a long while, I don't think. The dough is not a particularly high priority for us. So let's go and store the dough down here. Yes, no, we can't. I guess we're just going to have to accept that we're now going to be stacking these things in here as well. Yeah, this is the way it's going to be for a little while. That's alright though. Right, okay. I want to go and check on my bees if I can. Also, where's the meat? Make more meats, please. Where are you? There we are. Baked meat. Go ahead. Right, we'll keep that on the go. Ooh, now we are cooking with fire. Okay. Can I make more? No, I can make 4 ingots though. I should be able to make 4 steel as well, but okay. Sure, go ahead. Smelt all of that down. There we are. Let's drop that off. We'll move the ash. I kept thinking soot because realistically, that looks more like gunpowder than ash. To me, ash is never dark. I mean, I guess it might be if you're dealing with specific types of combustibles, but generally ash is more of a kind of, well, an ashen color, which is more pale. That looks to me much more like the granules from grinding up certain types of rocks or gunpowder. Does not look like ash. And so I'm constantly wanting to call it soot, which, you know, someone could say is basically ash. You wouldn't exactly be wrong, but there is a reason why there are 2 words. One is ash and one is soot. It's because they're not technically the same things, even though they more or less come from the same stuff. Right, I'm gonna pretend to be a good graveyard keeper for a moment. Right, I just need the bees, the nails, and the flitch. Okay, I'll be back later, bees. I'll gather your lovely stuff then. But for now, I need to pretend that I actually care about my job. I do care about my job. Every time I let a corpse go to waste, it feels bad. Super bad. Come on, be a beautiful corpse. Please, please. Don't punish me for the fact that I basically didn't... Fine. Skinning you. Then I'm going to turn you into wonderful paper. And I'm going to write lovely words on you. A poetry, in fact. I'm going to write a wonderful story about a graveyard keeper who, in his mercy for the dead, who are now gone and may be forgotten by their loved ones, such are the fickle natures of the living, decided instead to preserve the spirit of the corpse in beautiful, wonderful poetry that would survive for the ages, that would be told and retold and retold and retold, that might be the source of great love. And yes, indeed, really, I'm not a necromancer. I'm a hopeless romantic, okay? There is nothing untoward about what I do with these bodies. I am helping them be the best bodies that they could be. I'm helping them to continue to exist beyond their untimely demise. 100%, this is going to be my defense in court. It's gonna be wonderful. The jurors, they're going to be crying. I'm going to be immediately absolved of any guilt. In fact, they're going to be so overcome with feeling that they're immediately going to jail the person who accused me of necromancy, and then I'm just going to live a wonderful life. That way it's going to happen in my head, probably in the few seconds before I die on the chopping block. My brain will be merciful about my impending demise and just fill my brain with beautiful hallucinations. I'll die without ever knowing that I was about to die. It's going to be grand. It's going to be... The brain is truly your bestest of bro. In the end, in those last few moments, it'll do its best to just, this is too horrible. Let's just imagine something else. It's going to be great. Thank you. I've got way too much honey. But I did forget to bring up the nails and flesh. Of course I did. We're going to go and grab that and also put up a little bit more on in the oven. We should have some more meat done. Thank you. Let's go ahead and do that. And also I'm making culinary delights that will, once again, fill people with happiness. And so the dead can persist in wonderful, wonderful, delicious memories. I'm way too good to these people. They don't deserve a graveyard keeper as kind as me, really. But what can you do? Let's get you on. Well, that was actually pretty cool. Didn't get that much ash though. Interesting. Very interesting. Right, before I do anything crazy, let's go and have a look. Too late, I suppose. I need... Oh, there we go then. Yes. Can I maybe upgrade you? Is it possible to... Yes, it is. Marvelous. Let's do this right now. And then I'm going to have to make a bunch of steel. And then following the bunch of steel that I have made, I will promptly make myself some steel tools. An iron hammer might be quite nice, actually. Sure. Let's go ahead and make this. I'll eat the last of my pumpkin soup. Wonderful. Womp. And I'll just drop all of that off. There we go. That should be all I need, other than the steel now, to make a iron hammer. Marvelous. Let's go ahead and get you going then. Now, back to what I was doing before. This has been a bit of a rambly episode, but it's fine. I'm having fun with this episode, at the very least. I've decided that my graveyard keeper is a hopeless romantic poet. Also, a culinary genius. He just wants to keep people alive in the most wonderful of ways. Really, I think it's the Inquisitor who's at fault here for claiming that we're a necromancer. Not that they have claimed that we're a necromancer yet, but it's really only a matter of time. Let's grab you. Wow, we got that pretty fast, actually. Okay. Right, okay, off we go to set up another apiary that we absolutely don't need, considering the hopeless amounts of honey that we've got. There we are. At this rate, I'm going to be able to just slather myself in honey when I go to collect from the bees. And the bees will be so confused by this walking deliciousness that they just won't attack. This is how we're going to keep our health going. Pop one down there. And finish you off. We should be able to get the third apiary much faster. It shouldn't be a problem at all. We are going to be sleeping through tonight, though. Because we are very low. Very, very low. There we go. Really, can I gather more? That is actually a little bit surprising. Yeah, apparently. Alright. Oh, okay, fair enough. I will accept. The honey's deliciousness. I wish I could sell honey. If only. Though, at this rate, I'm actually getting so close to... Oh, God, common donkey line. Okay, I'm actually really, really dangerously low on health. I'm going to sleep. And that corpse is just gonna... I mean... But I'm a graveyard keeper, and a graveyard keeper is meant to tend the graves. Look, okay, I'm just gonna quickly put it on the pallet. Then I'm gonna rush to have a sleep. And maybe stop hurting so much. My health is so low at this point that I think it's less that the stings are hurting me, and it's more that I'm actually entering anaphylactic shock. I need to rest and recuperate quite desperately. Rest and recuperation, begin. Will I actually heal enough? Yeah, it looks like well, maybe not. Still healing all the way through the night. Okay. Just as dawn arrives, and I finish drinking my coffee. Marvelous. Right, okay, more delicious meats. Oh, no more fuel. Very well. We'll drop a couple in there. I really wish it was a more convenient way of doing that. That would be so much better. But there we go. We'll continue working our way through all of the meats that we've got stocked up there. We've almost got a full stack of honey. Wow. Okay, for today then, we're going to have the steel, and I think the first thing we need to do, and we do need to do, is get a better hammer. Let's go ahead and make a new hammer. It's going to be grand. We've got many things that we want to build. None immediately right now. I suppose that is true. But that can then be sold later on as well. We do need to go and search... Ooh, tool efficiency, 200%. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. I guess they're going to be even higher then. I approve. Right, let's pop some more steel on. Now I am going to need to go and get some more ingots. Yeah, we're going to need to go and get some more ingots, I think. But first, let's gather up all of the hemp, because we're going to want to make a bunch of candles ahead of the next sermon. And sure, why don't we just plant it straight away? It's not like we really need to worry about all of this. There we go. This is one of the things I love about this game. Is I still feel there's likely to be a massive amount of additional things to do based on the technology tree alone. There seems like there's going to be a huge amount of stuff to do in the game beyond what we're going to be able to do in this alpha. And already this has vastly exceeded my expectations of what we were going to be able to do. My lord, we ended up with quite a lot of seeds there, didn't we? Okay, more hemp is needed. Let's go and do that. Let's get all the crop waste down. Should probably go and gather the grapes. Though at this point it feels like I can just allow my fields to just kind of sit there a lot of the time, simply because I've got so much produce that I can't make use of it. Yeah, let's get another 2. Okay, that'll be enough. But yeah, I can't make use of it fast enough. We'll grab all of the hemp. We'll take that with us and produce a bit more rope, which will get us a little bit more faith as well, which will be always very, very nice. Hello, Comrade Donkey. Thank you very much for your delivery. And I will immediately take care of that. And we'll pop down. Where are you? Hemp seed. Thank you. Let's go. Gotta beat Comrade Donkey. Let's go. Thank you. 100% corpse. Now, is this going to be a good corpse? Let's hope it will be. Yes, this is in fact a good corpse. Marvelous work, Comrade Donkey. One of these days, I'm going to work out where you live. A couple of people have told me it's not actually possible to get to Comrade Donkey yet in the alpha, which is a bit of a shame. I'll bear that in mind in the future, though. Once this comes out of alpha, I'm going to have so many carrots to give Comrade Donkey. Frankly, I might cause him a bit of a mischief. I don't know, are donkeys like dogs? Will they just keep eating and eating and eating, even though they are literally full to bursting? Because if so, maybe I'll temper temper my my intentions to give Comrade Donkey a load of treats. Let's get an exhumation permission and start taking care of some more of these. Paid services. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, let's get you sorted. I mean, you're not a terrible grave, honestly, but... Whomp. And let's just get you out. I'm going to cut you up. And I'm going to put a better corpse in there. That's going to be wonderful. So, first and foremost, thank you very much for your sacrifice. Oh, you're rotten straight away. Well, that wasn't particularly good. I don't imagine you smell very wholesome right now. So, really it's the best thing for you to be dumped in the river, where your overpowering stench will be somewhat mitigated by the fact you will be under the water, and thus most of it will not be getting to my nose. I don't fancy the fish are going to enjoy it too much. Or maybe they will. I don't know. I don't know. There we go. I'm not going to take the rest of the stuff out. We've got enough of a lot of these components, so... there we are. Drat. We've got too much of some of these components, in fact. I'm going to take some of the intestines out because I can break those down. I will also take 2 of the brains out as well for the same reason. And we're taking you with us. Alright, let's go. We've still got plenty of time. We don't need to worry too much. I do need to get some stones, though, to be able to do up some more of these graves a little bit more. I'm somewhat dissatisfied with the kind of same old nature of the graveyard. I would really like it if there was more... oh, I didn't actually collect my money last time. I would really like it if there was a lot more variance in it. It looks a little bit too uniform in a way. I think one of the things I would probably take some time to play around with is positioning a lot of the tombstones in different ways. Right, let's make a bunch of hemp. There we go. We might even make a load of candles as well while we're here. There we go. To be fair, we're making a lot of rope out of not very many hemp plants. I'm not really sure that they're this productive, if I'm honest. I think the game may be taking some liberties. Right, we want some white paint. Quite a lot of it, actually. So, we want white powder and oil. There we are. Make a bunch of white paint. Whomp. And more again. Oops, wrong thing. We need to do that instead. There we go. And we'll make a little bit more. How much bone powder do we have? We've actually got 4. That's not so bad. Not so bad at all. In fact, sure, let's go ahead and turn all of the bone powder into white paint. We're gonna use it, let's be honest. However, I do need to make some room, so let's quickly grind up all of the intestines. Marvellous. Right, let's drop this all off. I do need to drop off the... I need a lot more white paint then. That's a bit of a problem. Nowhere near enough. That is becoming a bit of an issue. I need a new storage rack, I think. Yes, I do. That's going to be a new quest for us then, to get a new storage rack down here that I can use to store a lot of the things like rope that I use quite a lot of, to be fair. We can maybe get one down here. That'll be quite useful. Let's drop that off. Now then, I've got a little bit more room. Let's continue making the white paint. It's a shame that it does only produce 1 per bone that we grind up. Well, we've got a lot of bones, to be fair. Let's go and grab those, shall we? Hello, corpse. You know what? Sure. Let's have a look at you. You might be a perfect corpse to use. No, you're going to go into the graveyard. Well done. You have won the Beautiful Corpse Lottery. There we are. Thank you. And I'm just going to go and grab the bones. Oh, we've got 3 bones. Well, that's a bit of a shame. Okay. I'll grab the bones right now anyway. And then we will take you out, pop you in a grave, and hopefully... Well, actually, it's going to be the sermon tomorrow. So, we're not going to get to that straight away, but at the very least, let's get you buried, shall we? There you go. There you go. Well, we've got a couple of things that I want to run back through here for. But we are going to need to get stones. We need a lot of stones to be able to set up all of these graves properly. Right, so with the bones in hand... well, I know what you break down into, so don't need to worry about that too much. Right, grinding down the bones. See how much we get. Let's hope we get a decent amount. Yeah, it's only 2 per, so... It's not terrible, I guess. 3 bones will make enough white powder for me to make 4 white candles, the particularly nice ones. Since we get 2 per out of each craft, and each craft requires 3 white paint, I believe it was. But that is what we're going to be working on for now. We'll get all of the seed oil out of my inventory. Top up again. I know I'm super tired, but look, sometimes you just have to work all the way through the night. It's not easy being a graveyard keeper, you know. There's all these demands on your time. I wonder if there's... I'm kind of tempted to for science it, really. I wonder if there's a point where you just pass out from being awake for too long. That'd be an interesting thing to work out. Thank you. Right, let's go and make these wonderful, wonderful candles. There we are. 1 and 2. We need 1 more white paint, but you know we're not going to get that for a little while. Drop off the white paint. Drop off the seed oil. Marvelous. There we go. We've got a lot of seed oil, to be fair. Did I store the candle in there at all? No, I did not. Okay, well, there's nothing really... well, I do kind of want to drop off the wax, actually. So I guess I'll take all of that out and then drop off the wax. There we go. In fact, I'm thinking we're going to take out 15 of the faith as well. Because we produce lots of faith over time. That is not something that we're going to struggle with at all. Furthermore, I would like to make all the pigskin into pigskin paper if we can, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. It's just pigskin. I mean, all of the. Well, I mean, yeah, long pigskin. It's fine. So particularly large pigs. Well, long pig. I mean, yeah. Hence the name. They're long. They're not really large because actually pigs are probably, in terms of their skin, quite a lot bigger. Right. What do we want to go for? Pray for prosperity? No, I'm still not ready for that one. Still not ready for that. We got some notes. We got a chapter. You know what? Maybe we could try for another. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's see what we can do before we run out of time. We've got all the candles. We'll see if we can't make a better prayer to wrap this episode up with, and that'll be pretty good. I am hemorrhaging a lot of energy right now, and that is quite unfortunate. Just from being so tired. I guess eventually it's going to get to a point where I just can't make it through a day and do any meaningful work without burning through ridiculous amounts of my my food. And so at that point it's like, yeah, I should just go. I mean, I've already got 1 chapter. Let's make another one. There we go. Let's just get that out of there. But for the time being, I mean, as you've seen, I've got stupid amounts of food, to be fair. So, some good amounts of faith. Right, we could go for a combo prayer, I guess. A prayer for shoots and roots. A prayer for repentance. A prayer for repose. A prayer for prosperity. A prayer for repentance, we could check it out. It might be interesting. We could try and make a book. How does one make a book? I don't appear to have the ability to do that yet. So, okay, prayer for repentance is going to be. Let's go ahead and make this. And there we are. Whomp, new prayer. Marvelous, I must say. I would like my candles. Have I got my candles on? I do have my candles on me. That's great. So with that, guess I could drop off a bit of rope, but we'll see about that. Let's just go and have the best sermon that we can possibly have. Well, I mean, we're not really, because we're still some candles shy. Man, it's expensive to make these swanky candles. My lord. But there we go. This is going to be a pretty good sermon, in my opinion. Sermon money plus 10%, sermon faith plus 25%. It's about sin and forgiveness based on a couple of stories from your youth. I have no idea what this is going to do. I'm hoping that the effect will be that more people will show up at the confessional, and I'll be able to get loads of people to give me stories, basically. I do wish that different prayers would give us different kind of words. Wow! That was particularly good. I like that. There we go. Oh, 3 of them, my lord. What did we do to deserve such fantastic luck in the arcade slots? Well, they're not really called slots. They're all slots to me. You put your money in a tiny little slot, and then you get a rush of fun and happiness as you watch your coins slowly descend down a random path, and then inevitably not actually knock any coins off the shelf because it's all rigged. It doesn't matter that it's all rigged. You still had fun because in the back of your head there was a chance. There was always this tiny little chance. Okay, that's all we need to do there. Marvelous. I could pop by and grab a little bit of oh. So, what be you? What be you? Maybe someone's gonna drop by, perhaps? I don't know. We'll have to see. I wonder if that means when that timer runs down, we'll get a little bit more, we'll get someone at the confessional. I'll have to have a play around that, but that's actually kind of cool. Or maybe this is something about asking the cardinal for forgiveness. You know, possibly for chopping people up. I don't know. But we'll find out in the next episode, or at least I'll try to find out in the next episode. But that's it from me. So until then, and as always, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next. But until then, do take care.